Today, I'm going to be showing you how I built this AI agent that creates UGC ads for us. Plus, not only that, it also posts into all major aid platforms: Instagram ads, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, even Threads. And with that, it also tracks the weekly reports of how much it costs to make those videos, how much we have made the videos, and even viral videos. And it stores all of that in our Notion page, content database tracking here. Here you can see it also captures the caption, media file of the content, the cost it took to make the video, and plus the date it was created. And here you can see it does also see the total spend we have spent today to make the video, plus yesterday's, and all. The viral column here shows us that which video got the viral here. We could set a threshold of 10,000. So whenever a video got 10,000 views, it will show up here. So let's run through the quick demo. Then I'll break down how the system works and how you can install this system and use it for yourself. You can also sell this system to agencies if you want. All right, so let's go to so if I execute this flow, now it's asking for a slide trigger. If I upload a product image here and send it, now guys, the workflow has been triggered and now it will work. As you can see, it downloaded the image and now it will work through the end to create the video. So let's wait until it creates the video and post in all these platforms. The video has been created. If we go in Slack again, as you can see the video, let's quick watch the video.
TikTok made me buy this Awala free sip bottle. Look, the lid flips with this teal strap and there's a little button here.
Yo, it's good. As you can see, it's sent the message. Thanks. Here the caption of this video accidentally offsets with the Awala free ship lip log lid and I survived my whole shift. The total cost of this video's worth was $3.4592. And it's asking, would you like to post this video with the caption on all platforms? So if we click approve, now if we go to as you can see, it posts the whole video on all different platforms, but I basically deactivated all these different platforms just to show you that it actually posts it. And if I just, activate this, it will post in Facebook. And if I activate ads, it will post in X. I just activated Threads just to show how it works. And if I go in Threads, as you can see, and if I refresh, as you can see, the video is already here.
Awala free sip bottle. Look, the lid flips with this teal strap.
And it's looking absolutely insane real. And now if we go to Notion database, as you can see, the caption is already here. And if we see the media URL,
TikTok made me buy this Awala free.
we're going to see that video again. And this is the code that we take to make the video. And total spend has been increased, as you can see. And now we're going to test this weekly tracker. So if I click this drop-down menu and I click from schedule trigger and I click execute workflow, that will execute the workflow and send us a message of how much it costs on a weekly per base. At midnight, it sends the message. As you can see, in Slack, it got me the report. Weekly video report, total video produced 85, total cost was $293. So now let's get into how it works. Also, the cheaper alternatives you can find at the end of this video. So if I click for Slack trigger, as you can see, I have Slack account here. So I have put the credentials. So if you click create new credentials, you have to enter the access token plus the signature secret. And how you can do that, let me show you just that. You can go in Slack API. You can go in Slack API, click the first link, and you're going to go in your apps. And then you'll basically create a free, simple Slack account. And then you're going to go to create new app. And then you're going to go to from scratch. And then you're going to basically name your app. I'm going to name bot. I'm going to pick my workspace, basically this one, and I'm going to create my app. As you can see, it's given the client secret and signing secret. Basically, we're going to just copy this we're going to just take this signing secret here and paste it in this signing secrets. Okay. And then we're going to go to the nasty dashboard again, and then click auth and permissions. And if we click here, we're going to see add auth scopes. So scroll down here and you're going to see full scopes. You're going to basically select what permissions you want, keep to the bot. We're going to see a write and read. So I gave this access to the bot. And if you're not sure what access to give, just simply give all the access. And then once you give access, just scroll above and click install to Ampuza AI. Basically, Ampuza AI, I name my app. You can name anything. This is the name of my organization. You can name anything basically you want. So click allow. And this is your auth token. Basically copy it and go to the access token and click here and save. And you can just as you can see, 4 account has been added and you can just test it. Okay. So the webhook URL, you're going to need to use this in order to send requests through bots. For that, you just click web URLs, click this test URL and go to event subscriptions. You're gonna just on this and just put the URL here. Once you put the URL, it will show something like your request URL is responded with HTTP error. This is an error. If you go there and execute this step with this, and it's listing for the call, and if we retry again, as you can see, it verified. You're gonna click the subscribe to bot events to allow the bot to do some certain stuff for us, like taking the file and giving to other stuff. Okay, so if we click add bot user event, we're gonna go to files read because we are sending the file create and file share. Again, if you're not sure about what scopes to give, you can just give all the scopes if you want. And you're going to click save changes. And that is it, guys. You're all set. And stop listening here. And that is it. And the same thing you need to do with the prediction, same thing. Basically, you can go here and change the URL and use this one. Basically, do the same thing. Okay. Then here it comes the download image. Basically, download image has a predefined credential tab. Basically, we're using the Slack API because of that. And then the Slack API, which led to the credential that we had created, count to, and the request get method. And then we put the URL here. Okay, so execute this. Yeah. So here's how the output looks like of the Slack trigger. As you can see, it has text and this has this file, JPG, that we're going to use. And if you go in download image, as you can see, we choose predefined credential type and use Slack API. As you can see, you can just search up Slack API and I'm going to click this. And you can just select your credentials account that you have created. And you can select the get method to get the image from the Slack API. And they're going to use URL private download. How you can do is that basically scroll down the input here and you can just copy and paste this here, just like that. Okay. And they're going to basically come here and through the response format, which will be file. And then you put the output field has product image or whatever you want. If I execute this step, as you can see, it downloaded the image. If I view the image, download the image from the Slack. And if I go in Cloudinary upload, if I execute this step, as you can see, it created the public URL for us, which is this. So basically for Cloudinary upload, I used post request and API Cloudinary with my cloud name as in the body to from data, parameter type, and as in binary. And the file name file input dollar field was product image from the previous download image. Parameter type from data and name upload preset. The name basically was upload preset. We need to upload the preset. So the preset name was this basically. And how you can set this all up in Cloudinary, let me show you. You go to Cloudinary, you go to Cloudinary here. And then you go to login. You basically log in with anything, just log in. This is a very important step to make our download image a public URL because without it, like you can pass through the image, but you cannot access that kind of like, you want to make sure everything is public so we can also see the data in our client and what we have created so far and everything. And we can keep track of the stuff that we have created so far. So this is how your account look like. If you go in settings, you go in upload, you can just click add upload preset and you can just preset the name you want and you can just leave it unassigned. Preset name has been created. You just need to copy it and paste it here, cloud name, and paste it here. Okay. Just replace this value with your cloud name and you're good to go. So the next step is ChatGPT 5 prompt. So on this, we're using the generic credentials type of account, which has the credentials. If you create new credentials, basically you can name the credentials, authorization, and then you can provide the value. So for this header account, we're using replicate API token. You can use basically any API you want. Just get the API from the app and create new credentials and name it authorization and put the value API key here. And that is it. You have created the credentials here. And if you're using replicate, you just need to put this URL. And if you're using something else, then you need to check your jokes, basically understand. You can do that pretty easily with ChatGPT. And if you scroll down here, we use JSON raw parameters because we need to send the JSON file, okay? And if we click on body parameters, we're going to see the version we have selected is GPT-5. And here you can see the system prompt. The system prompt basically, UGC content creator. Your duty is to make sure you grab attention and all this basically. Oh, okay. So basically, I'm going to put this whole expression in the door below in description. We're using the Cloudinary here. So basically, you need to just replace this with this basically. So you drag and drop as I showed you before here. And that will work for you. Here we go. We're using headers, current application JSON. And that is it for this part. And if you execute this step, as you can see, the executed step has been done. But one thing, as you can see, output is null. That's the thing with this. But because the output will be always null until you actually check the status. And for that, we need to make HTTP request here to pull GPT status. And for that, we're going to click this and we're going to choose the method get, and the URL is this exact name. Okay, so we're going to call the previous node to check its status. And authentication has again header auth for the replicate API and send headers using JSON, exactly that on entire application JSON. And if we execute this step, as you can see, we executed it. So as you can see, it's giving us the output here. And if we go here, so why do you think this way even exists? Because to do this if value, so if this is true, and if I click if condition, we're going to see the status of PollGPT. So if it succeeded, it will move on to the next node. If it's not succeeded, then it goes to the false value to check the PollGPT status again to see if it succeeded or not. And if it's failed, then it goes back to again, and here's the max tries. If we go in settings of wait, you're going to see reach failed max 5 tries. So it will try max 5 times and it will then install. So if the condition becomes true, and if we see here, and if we execute this node, wait, as you can see, it gave the output to if condition. If we click if condition, we're going to see the output is here. And if you scroll down here at the bottom, you're going to see status succeeded. So just we put it here, status succeeded. And if it succeeded, meaning it's going to get to the next node. And if it failed, it's going to check the PollGPT status again until it retries 5 times. So the next one, if it gets true, it goes to the code. So here you can see we're using simple code here that basically parse the value. Basically, I'm going to just, continue. As you can see, the wait has completed. If you go in code, have just to parse the video script, caption, and image prompt. Plus here we go the full output. So this code basically parse the values of certain keywords there that basically goes through and parse from one point to another point. And we have specified here, as you can see. And I will leave this code in the down description. So you can paste this code directly here with all the settings. The next we go to generate an image. And as you can see, it got the video script here and caption, image prompt, the full output credit. And generate an image, we're using ChatGPT here. So the credentials to connect would be OpenAI accounts. So if you click create new credentials, you're going to see API key, organization ID. Basically, this is very important if you want to use GPT-1, because GPT-1 is really not available to any API, to any user. So you might want to verify your organization before you do that. So to get the API key, you can go in OpenAI platform, go in API keys here and create a new API key. And just name anything and create new secret key. That will create a new secret key for you. This is the secret key. If you copy it, go in and say, paste this API key here. You're going to get the organization ID. Paste this here and click save. That will save your organization ID. And then it will show these options to create, to analyze an image, generate an image, custom API call you can make, but we're going to choose generate image and we're going to choose the model, which is GPT image 1. And then we're going to choose the prompt. So for the prompt, we have selected this expression. You can just copy paste this. And as you can see, the output data looks like this. This is in binary, as you can see, the binary data. Okay, so this looks absolutely real. The bottle is same, influencer looking authentic. And if you go to the next step, the Cloudinary upload, as you can see, the Cloudinary upload. So we got the binary data from ChatGPT. And if we view this and Cloudinary upload method, we're going to choose post. URL will be the same as again with your cloud name. Authentication none, we're going to use none because we're using the preset name instead. We're going to send the body here from data, parameter tab, and it's in binary file. And we're going to name the file and input data field data. And parameter type, we're going to choose from data. And the name of whole preset will be the value of the preset name that we had created from Cloudinary. The response format will be in JSON. And as you can see, it output the URL, the secure URL we're going to use. And for the next step, VO3 fast video. We're going to use VO3 fast video, but I switched to VO3 quality video. So if you want to choose the view from one model to 2 model, you can also do that. But VO3 actually costs 5 times more than VO3 fast. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can get VO3 for just $2 per video. But as you can see, the Cloudinary upload is here. And in VO3 fast video, we had chosen HTTP request. Again, the post URL is predictions. URL is API-reply.com, and predictions authentication is generic credential type, and the generic auth type is header auth, and a header auth account have you chosen the replicate API auth. And the send body we had chosen JSON, and specific body we had chosen JSON again to give this expression basically. So you can see we had chosen the version VO3. input data is from the video script that we have parsed. Image again from the secure URL Cloudinary upload, and the duration is 5, resolution is 720, aspect ratio 69, camera fixed false. Basically, you can jiggle around these settings if you want to get the output you want. If you see in the output, as you can see, the output will be null here as well, because it runs only one time. Then once it runs, it never creates the video at first time. So it's like it makes the API calls, tells the model, hey, create a video. That's it. That's what this Veo 3 fonts video is doing. Hey, it's saying, hey, create a video. That's it. Next step comes with poll Veo 3 font status, because we are saying in this note that, so hey, can you check the status if it succeeded? If it succeeded, actually check the URL. So we're using basically the method get, basically get the URL of the post, the predictions here, as you can see, get URL here. And we're using authentication general credentials type here, header auth and header auth as again the replicate API tokens. So send headers, we're going to choose the send headers, toggle on, and we're sending JSON, content application.json, sky paste. And we're using the response format JSON. Then again, here you can see the wait time basically. So again, this is what I done here to basically poll GPT status of if it created or not. This is the same thing here. So basically, this node comes here, waits, and then it waits 20 seconds. And you can see in the settings, if I go, it tries to match 5 times. And it tries, retries on fails. I given the same node here, if it's check the status. If it succeeded, good to go on the next node. If it didn't succeed, then failed. If it failed, then you can retry again until the 5 tries over. And if it's true, it goes to download the video. And if we click this node, you're going to see we always use HTTP requests for most time because it helps us use custom APIs. And in this, we have used the generate credentials type, header auth. And here you can see the replicate again. And we have choose the method get. You can see in the URL field, we have explicitly named which node we have want to set the, we want to get the status on. Kind of like we want to check that node. Okay. So we want to check this node. If in here, it got succeeded, basically it's going to come here. So it's going to check that JSON output is this, replicate delivery. Basically, if you click this and open this in any tab, you're going to see
TikTok made me buy this. Oh,
so we're going to see basically this video coming here, but it only for 1 hour. So after 1 hour, it will get deleted by the replicate itself. So that's why we download this video. And as you can see, we downloaded this video here. And then in the next node, we fed that video to Cloudinary upload. So we can get the Cloudinary upload public URL. And we can keep track of videos that we have created so far. And for Cloudinary upload, one, we have chosen the meta post. And as you can see in the URL, we have done the same thing that we have done for the image upload. And authentication, we have choose none because we want to always choose the preset name instead. And in the send body, we have choose from data and parameter type and attain binary file name again file, input data field, video. In this, we're using this. Okay, we always want to choose this name. Whatever comes here, just put this here. Okay, parameter type from data, name upload preset, or we'll choose the value of our preset name. And the response format will always be JSON. Once the Cloudinary upload is done, it gets to merge request. Okay, so the merge we're using to merge few branches, merge few response. So mode we're choosing is the choose branch mode, and the number of inputs we want is 4. Wait for all inputs to arrive. Output dollar of specified input. We're using basically dollar of specified input because we want to specify input. Okay, so basically the merge request gets the code here. You can see to get the caption, and then it goes to chat message. And if you click in chat message, as you can see, we have connected to credentials Slack account, and we have selected Auth API here, and resource message. Operation post channel. Basically, you can get the channel ID from here. If you go in Slack, you go in edit settings and you go in about, and you can see the channel is here. So you get the same channel ID. Put the channel ID here, and the text will be thanks. Here's the caption of this video. We're using the input value here, caption, total cost. This cost calculation outputs the total cost that has been taken to make the video. Plus the GPT-5 we're running, the 8 tokens, it basically outputs the whole cost. As you can see, this basically sends us the message. You can see thanks, here's the caption value here is total cost here. Done. That is it. That is all we need to do. Output, as you can see, thanks, here's the video, and here's this. Now the next node, upload a file. So we get the video file from the download video here. So video file here, and we're using the Slack trigger here, upload a file, and we're using the select credentials to basically credentials to that we used here. You want to always use the credential that you use here because this has the scope that we are sending. We have set some certain conditions for the bot, what it can send and all the stuff. So you can send a file, operation upload, file property video, and channel name. We're going to use what channel. You're going to basically see a drop down once you connected the account. So we're going to use all include AI. Basically, this is what my channel name is. You can see it will output something like this. It will create a private download file as well, and will send the file. And once this file has been sent, it will do cost calculate, how much does it cost. And we're using this time cost valuation, the code node. And for this, we're using this code basically. Image per price. Basically, GPT cost around 25 cents to create one image, $1 to create 4 image. And we're using this value. Okay, video cost 3.20 cents. In PM, basically the input token, and out PK basically is output token. How much output token? Input token per million, output token per 1,000. This is how much cost it does. 0.01 cents. This is very cheaper for we're using the GPT-5 version. And then here is specify receiving data, and then cost calculation runs like that. You can basically just copy paste this whole code and it will run for you. You get the code from the doc. And as you can see, output token and the total cost. The total cost for 5 videos will be $17, and total cost was $3.4587. The cost calculation has been completed. It sends the message with the cost calculation. Then you go here, create a database page. It's Notion database. And we're going to have to also connect the credentials here. This is just like connecting any other credentials. You're just going to basically click Notion API here. And you're going to go to Notion API and then view my integrations. You're going to click new integration. Basically, you want to name your integration whatever. Click, and you're going to choose associated workspace that you want to choose, and you're going to type internal. Basically, we're going to leave the settings like that, and we're going to say save. That is it. And then the most important part: click access. Kind of like say which page it has access to. So at this time we had 3 pages, and if you go in Notion, you can actually just click plus add a page and database, NP database. As you can see, this is done. You can just name anything you want, content, for example, and you can just choose the property here. As you can see, media file. If you have never created Notion, don't worry. This is super simple. You just click, for example, media file, and then you need to click, just name it the different, but just make sure you use these values because we have in Node, we're using the same values here, okay? As you can see, just copy paste these names. And this is media file, this is cost, this is number. And if I go to edit property, as you can see, this is number format, and date, this is date format. And if you click plus new property, you're going to see date, and you're going to see, and then you basically number is also the cost, okay? And if you go in cost, one more thing, and here the number format will be US dollars, okay? That is it. You have created your database in Notion. Now go back to Notion, and actually, as you can see, the content database that you have, it just created, appears here, update access, click here, right? And go to configuration, and just show here, and copy. And you're going to click new credentials, integration secret, just paste this here, and save here. Done, guys. You have done the credentials for Notion as well. So as you can see, we're using resource database pages because we're going to change something in the database. And then we have operation create. And from the list, we're going to use content because this is what we gave permission. And we're going to use simplify. And as you can see, with key name or ID, we're going to choose basically caption, cost, date, media. So one by one, we're going to do this with all. And again, you're going to get this all caption for caption. And this you can just click add property, and you're going to just click what you need to have value on. So for that, we're just going to use all of the columns that we want to update. So for that, media file, we're updating with Cloudinary upload URL, and the cost, we're updating with the cost calculation, the total cost that we have got it, and the date, we're using the date for now. So once after Notion database has been updated, it will go to send message and wait for response. And with this, we're using this node, and credentials type is Slack account, resources, messages, operations, send and wait for response, send message to channel, and channel list, we're using all includes AI. And message, we're going to use this. Would you like to post this video with all captions on our platforms? And response type, we're using approve. So if I go here, as you can see, the response type, would you like to post this video with the caption on all platforms? Approve. If I approve here, this video will be posted on all platforms. As you can see, the data has been approved. And after this, we're using if node. If the data has been approved by you, if you want to post this, you can approve. If you don't approve, don't worry, nothing happens. So in if node, as you can see, if I click here, JSON approved. So we have chosen this format, data approved. So if condition JSON data is approved, true, then continued with uploading to all platforms. If no, false, do nothing. And if it goes to true, it's uploaded the media to Blow Channel. And if I click Blow Channel here, Blow Channel, or Blow.ai, as you can see, we got the Blow Channel. If you go to login, and then you go to settings, and then you go to API, and then you go to copy API key, connect your all social media accounts here, and then go back to Notion, click new credentials, paste that key here, click save, and you will be good to go. In this, we're using the resources medium operation upload, and we want to upload that Cloudinary file we have saved of the video here, and that will be here. As you can see, this URL. If we paste it here, that will do the work. And as you can see, we got the database. Brotaro has saved that video in their database, and the ID of the video was this. And then again, we have connected this node to all Instagram, X, TikTok, and all the social media platforms, total 8. So if we go in any node here, basically I have deactivated this. Doesn't post all my social media platforms, because it does, then I have to delete one by one. If I click activate here, as you can see, the credentials to connect with is Brotaro account that we have just credential type created, resources, post, operation, create, platform, Instagram. You can use any platform you want. Account list, your username, text, caption that we got from code. As you can see, we're mentioning from code. So you want to make sure that you always mention the first thing, the node name and the caption. And mirror roles using JSON URL. And if you go here, you can see URL here. You can just paste it here, and that will do the work. And that is it. This is the same with all platforms. And then once it posts to all platforms, it confirms, send the message. If post submission ID is not empty, then basically it's going to send the post message, which will be this: publishing completed successfully, or that will message sent. If it's false, then it's going to stop there. You just need to drag and drop this here, and that will work for you. It's not empty. True branch, we got the ID, and then the ID, then this node executes basically credentials to connect with Slack account, message, operation, post, channel. This is what you want to send the user, and that is it. It sends to the user, publishing completed successfully. And now, guys, come to the weekly tracker. In weekly tracker, what I have used is basically weeks. It will trigger in 1 week. It will trigger on Sunday midnight, and if every midnight on week, it will send and go in Notion database. And we have also selected this account 2 type, resources, database page, operation, get many, database from the database, point database tracking, because this was what the name was, the content database tracking was. And then we have selected return all, so it can return all the value at once, all the cost. And we have talked about simplify as well. And here we go. It goes to the code, basically calculating every value that you have given and returning the output. You can get this code basically in the down the description. And then we have you send the message. We go to this drop down, and from schedule trigger, if I just execute this once again, as you can see, it completed successfully, and it has sent us weekly video report. Videos produced 86. It was 85 when we started. Total cost $297. And it is very great for tracking videos, how much we have made. So send a message. If you click here, credentials to connect, Slack account resources, message, operation, send message to channel, the message. Channel from the list will be all-inclusive, because it is what we are sending here, all-inclusive. You can choose whatever channel or user you want. Message type, simple text message. And if I click here, as you can see, weekly video report, video produced, using the code 1 value, how much runs it has done, and total cost. So this is code 1. And if you go here, as you can see, this is actually 86 rows, meaning it has run for 86 times. And if there will be 90, it will have run for 9 times. It will output the 90 and calculate all the cost that has been spent here. And once it calculates all cost, it will output a number, and then it will send a message. That is it, guys. This is the whole workflow. One pro tip is that when you're testing this node, always make sure to pin the data, because you don't want to burn out credits, because it's going to run. If you execute this node, it's going to actually run wait, because it's actually connected to wait, because it needs wait data. Here's the quick breakdown of costs. As you can see, replicate Veo 3 costs $6 per 8-second video, and that is freaking expensive. Whereas this API platform, Kia.ai, actually costs Veo 3 fast video 40 cents for 8-second video. And Veo 3, $2 for a second video. So you can create a 40-second long video with just $10. And here you can see Kia AI. If I go Kia AI, you can see here, go here, and then just sign up. And if I click my dashboard, you can see Veo 3, as you can see, 0.4 pop for Veo 3 fast video and $2 for Veo 3 quality video. And what I was using for the generation was Veo 3 quality video. And the best thing about it is that you can get also 9:16. This is the rear aspect ratio because you cannot get this aspect ratio on Google itself. So Qt, so Kia AI for you. Others like Pika Stability Video are cool, very cheap, but harder to get access and not as consistent as Veo 3. Alright, so how you can install this all n8n for free? So I have uploaded this JSON, full JSON of my n8n workflow. What you need to do, basically go in the down description and actually download this whole JSON file and then go create workflow and then go these 3 dots, import file from, click the JSON file that you have downloaded and it will automatically pop up the whole workflow for you. And that is it, guys, for this video. If you want to learn more about n8n and create anything in this world, actually, you can join the beta group that I created just for people like you who actually want to create automation efficiently and scale further. Here you can chat basically and even do live stream. And for those who don't know me, I'm the founder of Ampooz AI, Pinterest SaaS. So you can trust me while building SaaS and n8n automations because I have built automation SaaS just like this and helping many people build their own. So let me show you real quick what you'll get by joining this community. You'll get 200 worth of API credits, which you can use to store this automation for free. You're going to get community call access and it's up to 70% off any plan. And if I go to n8n pricing, you're going to see it costs actually $20 per month if you choose annually. If you choose monthly, it will cost $24 per month. So for annually or monthly, whatever you want to choose, you'll get up to 70% off. Plus, you're going to get JSON templates of all the n8n templates I have built so far, and they are cool AI agents. Plus, this is the most important one. You're going to get 24/7 technical support from my team helping you debug anything. This is where we help each other. Again, 70% are n8n discount, plus $200 API credits. So you can run this whole system. And if I go in calculator, so it's $200, and we're going to divide it by 2. We're going to get 100 videos. Then you can entirely physically make it for free if you join my community. And that is it, guys. I hope you got a ton of value from this video. And again, you can download all the resources from the description below. And I hope to see you in the next video.